So today we are discussing the topic about what is commerce, business, economics, accounting, and finance. First of all, what is commerce? So commerce is an exchange of goods and services between businesses. So whatever the transferring of goods and services, whether we are selling your good or whether we are giving service to the people, that is about commerce. And coming to the business, what is business? Business is an organization or individual that produces, buys or sells goods and services to satisfy customer needs primarily to earn a profit. So here needs are nothing but wants. So human wants are unlimited. If one want is satisfied, another want will arise. So for understanding how to know these particular needs and concepts according to Leonard Robinson, and we are now discussing about what is economics. So to how to manage the money with the help of economics. Economics is the ranges very from the very small to very large. The study of individual decisions is called microeconomics. Microeconomics deals with the demand, production, supply, price, markets. These are the elements for the microeconomics. The microeconomics concept is small nature. It is only for the national level or it is from the individual point of view. Coming to the macroeconomics, it is a study of economy as a whole. Microeconomists focus on the productivity, whereas microeconomics focus on asset focus. So, if you take an example of in a banking, the assets are treated as burden or expenditure. Liabilities are treated as loans or the real incomes. If you give loan, you will get the real income. If you deposit any amount, it should be a current account amount is not as a current account anymore, it's a saving account. Coming to these particular concept purpose, we should learn accounting. What is accounting? Accounting is about money has been spent. Accounting focus on day-to-day flow of money. So to understanding these accounting clearly, so you know what is accounting. Accounting is not of record, classify, summarize it, analyze it, and after that, the people are stuck up with the to know the financial position of the company or individual. That is the purpose of doing of accounting, day-to-day operations. But they doesn't have an idea about how to manage those money and how to procure money in a proper way. That is the main purpose coming from the finance concept. Finance is about money that will be spent. And coming to this history of accounting. This accounting is an olden civilization itself of ancient rise of Babylon. It can be still provided that accounting did exist as long as 2600 before Christ. However, in modern form, accounting based on the principles of double entry system came into existence in 17th century. So Homero Lucipasciolo, a famous Italian monk, read the book of Arthashastra. That Arthashastra book was decoded into decomputed scriptures. The book was coined as double entry system in the present era. It is in English in 1543. The scriptures, the decomputed scriptures concept was 1494. In this book, he covered a brief section of bookkeeping, that is single entry system. Later, it was developed the double entry system of accounting. Coming to the origin of accounting of India, as I discussed, Arthashastra accounting, it was nothing but a Nama accounting system. These Nama accounting system has two elements. One is economics, one is politics and management. Coming to the Indian accounting. Accounting in India is now a fast developing discipline. After 1815, modern lines introduced and the formation of giant stock companies in India. The two premier accounting institutes we have ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and ICSI, ICWA, and different things are there. India, most of the times up to 2017, we are following General Access Accounting Principles, that is the US accounting principles we are following. Now, it was changed in 2017, we are following IFRS standards, International Financial Restructuring Standards. And everyone, maybe US or maybe our total other countries are following IFRS, those are following the IASC standards, that is International Accounting Standards Committee board was there at the time of 1973, 29 June. It was formed in India purpose. We have Indian Accounting Standard. The Standard Board is formulating the accounting standards on the lines of standards framed by the International Accounting Standards Committee. So coming to what is accounting in a real point. As per the AICPA, American Institute of Certified Public Accounts, so accounting is nothing but art of recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, and interpreting to know the financial position or the financial character or interest. So these accounting is concerned with the maintenance of accounts, giving stress to design of the system of records in the preparation of reports based on the recorded data and interpretation of the reports. There is nothing but an objective evidence concept. To know the judgmental purpose, we are using all this accounting for the how to start accounting from the entry stage, how to end accounting from the final accounts. Those purpose we should learn the golden rules of accounting. We have three rules of accounts. One is personal, another one is real. So the personal account is nothing but account of a person receiving a benefit is a receiver. He is to be debited and account of the person is giving to the benefit, he should be credited. That's why the rule is framed. Debit the receiver, credit the gift. Person receiving benefit is receiver, debited. Person giving benefit is to be credited. The next one, this personal account is related to the uh, whatever, take the examples of individuals like Ram Gopal, and some of the companies are also coming under the personal account because company is an artificial person like SBI, LIC, like the next one, real account. Real account is concentrated on the assets and liabilities. When an asset is coming to the business account of the asset is to be debited. When an asset is going out of the business, the account is to be credited. That means if you are purchasing some asset, it should be debited. Or if you sell your asset, that should be credited. If you sell your asset, that means you are getting revenue. If you purchase your asset, that should be you are getting asset, but it is the expenditure. So debit what comes in, credit what goes out. In the general point of view, you are thinking expenditure revenue, but both point of view, if you purchase an asset, asset is the you have a value, fixed asset. If you sell an asset, you are getting a value, current asset, cash. So in the two situations, we are having asset classification theory. Okay, it's not been expenditure, right? The next one is nominal account. Nominal account is an expense is incurred loss encountered. The representing the expenses or loss is to be debited when any income is earned or gain made. The account representing the income of gain is to be credited. That is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. The first rule is personal account, debit, receiver, credit the given. Who are benefiting? That should be receiver. Who are receiving is the debit. Who are giving is to be credited. That is the debit, credit the gift. Real account is concentrated on the asset classification and liability classification. Debit what comes in, credit what comes in. And the final one is nominal account, expenditure point of view and income point of view. We're discussing here debit all expense and losses, credit all incomes and gains. And this is a pro forma to learn about what is account. The count pro forma is like this: date, particulars. F means folio. So we are note down the transaction numbers 1, 2, 3 like that, and date, particulars, folio, and amount. So this is the pro forma as we will see in banks or negotiable instrument passbooks or something other places. You are seeing this particular accounting pro forma. And coming to the classification of accounts, just now we discussed the personal, real, and nominal. Personal accounts are individual names and real and nominal accounts are impersonal accounts. Real accounts are all assets, furniture, buildings, etc. Nominal account are expenditures, incomes, salaries, wages, interest and receivable. This session we are discussing about what is commerce, what is business, what is account, what is finance, and what is economics. These concepts, at the same time, we should learn about what is accounting really with the help of rules of accounts and the pro forma of account. So that is for today's session. Thank you.